even though I've told my family 2 weeks in a row I'm really trying to get on 9:11 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays and 9:11 a.m. on Sundays. Because y'all have given me the go-ahead, family, to make this my job. And I'd love for it to be my job. So I'm trying to set a realistic schedule where the money we need to get out of it can be attained by the hours that are put into it. And that means being available and visible. But that doesn't change when my partner's in a really bad pain flare at night and needs me to sit with her. The timing tonight was bad because that happened to be at 9 o'clock. And then I came down to start the stream and stepped in dog shit. And not in my Crocs that are washable easily, but the Christmas Crocs that have fuzz on the inside of them. So that's just how it goes. I'm still psyched about the UAW though. Like, there's not really anything that can happen today that's going to make me upset about that. It did not look good for them when that strike started. Like, on paper, there were a lot of ways that strike doesn't turn out well for anybody in that union. They had a limited strike fund, a constant war of attrition and membership and benefits over not just years but decades, leading to this precipice point where they only had something like 11 weeks of strike fund in them. That's why they went with the staggered approach. Because if not for the staggered approach, the auto companies look at their books and your books and they go, bring it on. See what you can do. Let me start this beat up. Made this in my last 20 minutes this morning. That note might change, that high note, whee, might change that note. I'll know what I'm gonna do though is put this fucking carpet in the washing machine right now. I don't think I can do it on heavy duty. I don't know how to wash a rug like this in the washing machine, but it's overdue anyway. This is not the first time the dog has pooped on this rug. It's just the first time that I happen to have stepped in, down, and on it, smushed it around, accidentally touched some with my hand when I went to take my shoe off. Not the most pleasant sensation, but it's what gives me hope for my autistic daughter. She's like, I can't do these dishes, there's grime on them. I'm like, you have no idea what grime means. You haven't even begun to experience the grime. Spot cleaned with a solution of mild detergent and water, or cleaned professionally. Okay. That's not happening. I'm washing it on Delicate. It's not expensive enough for that time. Gonna wash my hands, then I'll be right back. Maybe with a broom. Good evening. I'm on YouTube at third person. If you want to see what I'm painting, which is just 3-letter eyes, I'm going to paint them black light sensitive pink. Got this neon pink paint. Might as well use these paper towels. Also, somewhere in this bag is an adapter that I want to plug onto it's like a big to little adapter, like a 1/4 inch to an 1/8 inch, because it's an 1/8 inch out from the Mustang Micro little mini amp for the guitar. I think I can get more signal into the computer if I use the mini amp. What were these other beats that I did this morning? That's Coaster Closer. And then we had Made. This was like... That wasn't even set to loop, was it? Let's go back. And this honestly needs like needs some ozone on it. Something to like bring up all the presence. Something to maximize it, but also in a balanced way. So I'm going to go into Ozone 9 real quick. Just throw on a preset. Genre specific. What about Island Bass? Makes it more present there. What about Neo Soul? Yeah, sure, Neo Soul. I know I've got this adapter in here somewhere. There it is. Let's turn this light on over here. Yeah, now you can see what I'm painting on. Paper towels to keep the desk from getting paint on it. I'll tell you what, having dog shit in your special music creating place is probably one of the 3rd worst feelings in the world, and one of the 2nd worst feelings in the world is stepping in that dog shit, and then probably maybe one of the worst is accidentally touching the dog shit that you stepped in, that was in the space that you were like entering into in a spirit of like, I can exhale my family's chronic pain. I can exhale financial stress and worry about the future. I can exhale always more things to be done every time we go to a doctor or to the grocery store or to, you know, just put dishes away in the kitchen. And then it's like, time to relax. Nope, dog shit. This one will be sick, actually, when I start, like, cutting the audio out and, like, having little breaks in it and stuff. That'll be cool. Anyway, that's some beats that I was working on earlier today. Guitar cable, looking good. I don't know if I'm going to actually play guitar. It might just be a housekeeping kind of night. Just some TCOB type shit. Just finished this cool bumper video for the Patreon so that when I make a good TikTok at the end I can like tag on this like minute-long video. Oh, Ambi, I don't care about ads. I don't think the ads, like if ads were ever going to pay me on YouTube, it's not going to come from people who were blocking their ads in the first place, because you get paid. Addiction Hype House explained this really well on TikTok earlier this week. She pointed out that like as a YouTuber, you only get paid based on eyeballs on the ads. If you use an ad blocker, the ads aren't even being served. So it's not a matter of like eyeballs being on them or not. They just don't get there. I just realized on accident this would be like the perfect way to arrange these things that I'm painting. Move this camera so it's easier to see what I'm doing here. If I arrange them here, boom, 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 that might be the best look of all. And so like, if I cut the light, that makes it hard to see what's going on the desk. That makes it less hard to see what's going on the desk. Is it clear under the black light that this is going to show up under black light? I don't think so. Let's turn this light back on. But let's change it to this light. So it's a little more textural. Nah. Let's go back to how we had it. And just go to the more cream colored version of the light. That'll be good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then if we turn the Taro crop on, makes it easier to see. Doesn't it? Oh no, that's right. The Taro crop on means I also have to go and like do the filter to turn the cropping on. Not for that, for this, right? Didn't I have the crop on here? I guess I didn't. Okay. We'll just go to that then. Doesn't have to be too complicated. Appreciate the gifts on TikTok. I appreciate the support over on YouTube. I didn't know about ad nauseum. That sounds like a good way to do an ad blocker. The same way that like people use like macro-based automation to tell their employer like, I'm at my desk. Don't you worry about me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing over here. So yeah, I want to paint these numbers, the Roman numerals, like they're numbers in that sense. Maybe we can put on something from this like show and tell vibe. Like play something that I've completed as like a little music background as I do some painting. How y'all doing over TikTok way? I hope you're doing okay. Right now I'm just trying to unwind before bed. But I wanted to be on an hour and a half ago. And I definitely didn't want to have to deal with poop. Let's put on... revised performance. Let's put on Dustin Hoffman. Because I literally had to handle my shit tonight. Haha! Alright. Maybe if I turn the light this way and then turn it on. It's not so in my face. That's not bad. Cool. Anyways, here's Dustin Hoffman.
Please don't touch the dolphins. I'm trying to cook in my custom office. I body the track, then I crush the coffin. And I keep my hook sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. I am Dustin Hoffman. I solemnly swear like I trust in office. If life's a witch, I'ma fuck the cauldron. My hook's real sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. Let's go! Please don't touch the dolphins. I'm trying to cook in my custom office. I body the track, then I crush the coffin. And I keep my hook sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. I am Dustin Hoffman. I solemnly swear like I trust in office. If life's a witch, I'ma fuck the cauldron. My hook's real sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. And I handle my shit. No front man, I'ma need a whole band for this shit. Grand for this shit. I be serving grams of this shit. I'ma stay till the day I get banned for this shit. Stoned off purple like an amethyst is. And I'm scanning the family fridge like I'm planning a blitz. Back with a snack and a dip, and I'm packing a slap that'll damage your wrist. Yo, tell me what the fuck type of anthem is this? Random a bit, gotta laugh, ran with a bit, rambled a bit, lost in the brambles a bit. Now I'm cutting through the bush like I'm Rambo and shit. I'm the man you asked to the bris. I'm taking heads down and my hand doesn't miss. Come on, I son you like I'm Sanford with kids. Maniac with the bars like, man, that was crisp. Please don't touch the dolphins. I'm trying to cook in my custom office. I body trust in office. If life's a witch, I'ma fuck the cauldron. My hook's real sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. Don't try to stop it this time, try to stop it. Spitting rhymes as I ride the dolphin. Litty vibes from the fire department, I'm vibing off it. My chicks buy like sayonara. And I live in a city where they might accost you with violent cop shit, so it's kinda awkward. Now this little piggy finna prime the market. Grind a sausage, and then it's time to profit. Nice to log in to the sites where I find deposits. In my content mine with a diamond shovel. And the stocks might crash, but I'm flying Qantas. And I'm on a flight plan even higher than bubbles. It's fuck, Julian! I gotta make $1 off shopping carts. Cause my life's a movie and I love producing it. I wag the dog and the doggy barks. Thanks for the fish. Please don't touch the dolphins. I'm trying to cook in my custom office. I body the track, then I crush the coffin. And I keep my hook sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. I am Dustin Hoffman. I solemnly swear like I trust in office. And I'm definitely fucking awesome. My hook's real sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. Please don't touch the dolphins. I'm trying to cook in my custom office. I body the track, then I crush the coffin. And I keep my hook sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. I am Dustin Hoffman. I solemnly swear like I trust in office. If life's a witch, I'ma fuck the cauldron. And my hook's real sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. And I captain the shit. Real rapping exists. Don't try to stop me this time, person. That's enough! Please don't touch the dolphins. I'm trying to cook in my custom office. I body the track, then I crush the coffin. And I keep my hook sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. I am Dustin Hoffman. I solemnly swear like I trust in office. If life's a witch, I'ma fuck the cauldron. My hook's real sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. Let's go! Please don't touch the dolphins. I'm trying to cook in my custom office. I body the track, then I crush the coffin. And I keep my hook sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. I am Dustin Hoffman. I solemnly swear like I trust in office. If life's a witch, I'ma fuck the cauldron. And my hook's real sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. And I handle my shit. No front man, I'ma need a whole band for this shit. Grand for this shit. I be serving grams of this shit. I'ma stay till the day I get banned for this shit. Stoned off purple like an amethyst is. And I'm scanning the family fridge like I'm planning a bliss. Back with a snack and a dip, and I'm packing a slap that'll damage your wrist. Yo, tell me what the fuck type of anthem is this? Random a bit, gotta laugh, ran with a bit, rambled a bit, lost in the brambles a bit. Now I'm cutting through the bush like I'm Rambo and shit. I'm the man you asked to the bris. I'm taking heads down and my hand doesn't miss. Come on, I son you like I'm Sanford with kids. Maniac with the bars like, man, that was crisp. Please don't touch the dolphins. I'm trying to cook in my custom office. I body the track, then I crush the coffin. And I keep my hook sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. I am Dustin Hoffman. I solemnly swear like I trust in office. If life's a witch, I'ma fuck the cauldron. My hook's real sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. Please don't touch the dolphins. I'm trying to cook in my custom office. I body the track, then I crush the coffin. And I keep my hook sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman. I am Dustin Hoffman. I solemnly swear like I trust in office. If life's a witch, I'ma fuck the cauldron. My hook's real sharp like I'm Dustin Hoffman. Don't try to stop it this time, try to stop it. Spitting rhymes as I ride the dolphin. Litty vibes from the fire department, I'm vibing off it. My chicks buy like sayonara. And I live in a city where they might.
It's just a good line. My chicks buy like sayonara. That's one of those. That was like a Rob Apollo type bar. That's good shit to me. Let's listen to Vegetable Donut again. Be fun to do. Stranger Than Fiction was a good Dustin Hoffman role. Yeah, staying active on remote work. What fun, you know? Lets you go and do other stuff. Third person. Snacks. Come on now. Think through it. So obvious. Get your taxonomy right. Snacksonomy. Ladies and gentlemen, once again I'd like to welcome you to this here Satellite Office LP. All this effort I mustered, and I hope I can catch up.
And I may or may not make it sound how I want,
But I relish the pressure. I only want one thing, really, for my haters to bear claws. Just to hand them a clear loss. That's some powder room talk, cause they seem jelly. I said, listen. I said, all this effort I mustered, and I hope I can catch up. And I may or may not make it sound how I want, but I relish the pressure. I only want one thing, really. For my haters to bear claws. Just to hand them a clear loss. A clear? That's some powder room talk because they seem jelly. So it's a song about vegetables and donuts. We run this back and see if I can find a mix. Best song about food? Maybe Fat by Weird Al. That's up there. Third person. I think the best song about food has to be a song that makes you feel hungry when you hear it, and that Fat definitely qualifies. Some of those verses by that rapper on here who does like food raps, light-skinned dude, glasses. I don't remember the name currently, but he does good food bars. Who else? What else? Honestly, yeah, Weird Al might have the top 5. He really might.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to welcome you to this here Satellite Office LP. All this effort I mustered, and I hope I can catch up, and I may or may can sound how I want, but I wish the pressure. I only want one thing, really, for my haters to bear claws. Just to hand them a clear loss. That's some powder room talk, cause they seem jelly. Oh, we're just getting started. We're still in that first quadrant, you know? It's important and urgent. We're gonna take care of some things. Self-care too. Donuts like a vocoder. You can put it on stuff if you really want us. Like a really won't cost that you really own up. There's a video guy. Simply look around and do it. Anything you want to, do it. Anything you want to, do. Anything you want to, anything you want, 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 and I think you might have lost your focus. I think I might have lost your focus.
Too much.
What's this album supposed to be about? What do you revolve around?
Too much.
What do you revolve
Drive. Cool. I remember Vegetable Donut. Maybe we'll finish the Satellite Office LP finally. That would be cool. There's a lot to do. Let's listen to Endiverse. Then I'll put another coat of paint on this. It's going to take it a few. I understand now about coats because I am now a nail painting person. And my first time painting my own nails, I tried to get it done in 2 coats very quickly. Oh, it'll be faster if I blah, 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 you know. And then it takes forever for each coat to dry when you do it too thick. And then you also sometimes get like the wrinkly blanket nail. So I'm learning. Just learning various skills. I deactivated a bunch of clips. I wonder why that is. Maybe I just need to like wrap it for y'all. I'll wrap it. I still need verse 2, like the lyrics in front of me, or else I forget them. But it's all good. End of Verse is a song about going on living. Damn, iPad storage full? That's probably why it's also having trouble finding things when I search for them sometimes. I bet you there's some real low-hanging fruit, like 2 apps that I can delete real quick. Like, yeah, this stuff that my kid downloads and I get a copy of it on my device, that can go. Let's just do that for now. Then let's go over here and find our end of verse lyrics. If we can. I might have to go up on iCloud first. Nope, that worked. Yeah, that works. Alright, so here's a song called End of Verse that I wrote. Did I used to work on the U of I campus? Yeah. I mean, close to it, across the street from it. I was over teaching a boot camp right over by that Blue Line stop. I don't even remember the name of the stop now. Isn't that funny? Like, you get off at a stop a million times, and then you don't work there for 5 years. You don't remember the name of the stop. But yeah, same building as that Ruby consultancy that was in there, which I also don't remember the name of now. Look at me. All my bridges. You don't even have to burn a bridge. Sometimes the bridge just kind of rots out on its own if you don't tend to it enough. But yeah, there's that building over there, like, kind of around the corner and down the street from the Target. And I was up on the 3rd floor of that building until the boot camp shut down. It's a good job. And I did it really well. It was a perfect fit in that role. Well, I was a perfect fit in the role because I was willing to not be at home as much as I should have been. I was willing to always stay a few minutes late or get there a few minutes early, do the things that needed to be done, think about work outside of work. I felt like some weeks I would be thinking about how students were doing on the weekend, and that same student would not be putting in the work on the weekend as many hours as I was thinking about how I was going to get through to them. And that's not healthy. That's actually just burnout. There's nothing good about that stage of a job. That's where it's time to just like put it down. But it got put down, so I didn't have to. Holding company said, we're going to sell this fucker for parts. But yeah, that was a good time. While it lasted. Yeah, I mean, I just talk. I say my shit. The bridges thing made sense when I said it. I used to do a lot of spoken word poetry, and that meant that, you listen to a lot of spoken word poetry and patterns emerge. If you say something with the confidence that it's like a line in a poem, and you just say it clearly and don't miss any words, a lot of the times it's a banger bar. Like, everything's a learnable skill. But I do think that, like, I have practiced trying to do more extemporaneous speech better than a lot of folks ever will. Just because when I was a kid, I was, like, absolutely incorrigible. So I got a head start. Alright. I need a new patch. This one's been on here for too long. Let's go with Kitty Cat Yin Yang. This is my kid's favorite one. Isn't that nice? 2 cats curled up, hanging out. It's a good time. Okay, so here's a song about living. Tried trying, but it hurt, so I tried lying in the dirt, vibing with the earth. Went on a drive and missed the swerve. No, I can't try trying till it works. I'm violence averse. Now all I try to end is verses, attend to purpose, combine the lines to flip and burn. Life has been preserved, lies have been unlearned, grind has been returned, skating over shame, crisis in avert. Late to know I can't hide the shit that hurts with Vicodins and perks, Novocaine, silence in my nerves. I came to know my pain, cried to give it birth like a kid to nurse, hold the baby goat, smile and whisper first. It's okay. Now I'm the listener. I won't miss a word. Someday I believe I'll finally get unearthed. When my thoughts have been a curse, watch me end a verse.
And when I can't get over, I try to dig deep, but the ground won't. I guess there's no way around it. I won't lay it down what I gotta go through. Yeah, and when the pain complains,
I make space for it. My brain can't ignore it and stay sane. I need days and days to maintain, but they only hit one at a time. I hit them one at a time. It's okay. I hit them one at a time. I hit them one at a time. I only hit them one at a time. I hit them one at a time. I hit them one at a time. All right.
I hit 'em one at a time.
Verse 2. I tried colliding, but I rolled so. I tried to hide within my dome, dying, living slow. Got up too high to hit the road. No, I can't hang on. I'm not rapping over my own rap. I didn't realize that I had this on here, but I'll just disable it now so I can get through verse 2. We're not doing that shit in any year. If you rap ever, don't rap over your own shit. Just don't do it. Find a way not to do it. I'm not gonna explain it further.
Verse 2.
Okay. I tried colliding, but I rolled so. I tried to hide within my dome, dying, living slow. Got up too high to hit the road, yo, I gotta quit drifting like a ghost, I got a kid at home. Now when I medicate, it's music, I wait to use it until I get through folding clothes. Dishes in a row, Swiffer in the flow, litters getting thrown, working through the guilt, mission critical. Cause I overstand shit isn't a joke, giving minimal, digging into holes, spending principle. And when I'm holding back, it's withering my soul, my rhythm's been opposed to grip the little woes and rip and hit the growth. It's okay that what I wanted was indefensible, but I cannot pretend I know and then defend it though. Cause today I intend to sow the seeds of better works. I'll try trying in the dirt.
See me end the verse.
And when I can't get over, I try to dig deep, but the ground won't move. I guess there's no way around it. I won't lay down what I gotta go through, yeah. When the pain complains, I make space for it. My brain can't ignore it and stay sane. I need days and days to maintain, but they only hit one at a time. I'll hit them one at a time.
And when I can't get over, I try to dig deep, but the ground.
Lots to do. That's a fun one. What else do we have on here? High functioning. Forgot about high functioning. Yeah, voice feedback. I can't talk over, like, it's just an old, it's ingrained deep. Like, I came up doing rap shows, local rap shows forever and ever. Yeah, I hear about that. When you hear your own voice, like if you put it on a delay, there's a way that you can do this pretty easily with an app called Loopy. There's Loopy HD too, I think, which is like more of a DAW in its own right. You can like build whole songs just off of vocal looping, but you can selectively turn on a monitoring mode in Loopy to monitor everything that's coming into the microphone, and you can hear it back in your headphones. And if you're wearing Bluetooth headphones, there's like a third of a second delay, so everything you say kicks back into your own ears right after you say it. And it definitely does cause talking to become a much more active exercise than you're normally accustomed to, which I guess can be good for like practicing attention. I suppose it's not like the worst meditation practice. You could almost imagine like an MK Ultra recruit being put through the paces of like, how well can you speak through your own echo? Because out in the field, you know, they're going to put LSD into your mind, and your only recourse will be to find the reverberating chamber of your inner conscious self. This, soldier, is thicker than any body armor we could issue you. Also, Rumsfeld's in charge in this story, so we will not be issuing you any body armor. Oh, man. What is it with this millennium and, like, countries deciding simultaneously that, like, they want to do illegal occupations, and also that they want to put their own occupying forces in harm's way by under-equipping them, under-training them? It really is like the people in charge of the shit are like death-worshipping murder ghouls that are like, I don't care if I kill them, I don't care if I get my own guys killed. The money goes up. Global capitalism machine goes brrr. I think that's pretty good. I think that's very blacklit. Very blacklit. I don't know if it's, that reads. That even reads on the screen on YouTube. That's how I know it's good. And I'm going to keep this brush wet so I can take it upstairs later and wash it off. And I will be logging off probably in the next like 5-10 minutes. I've got so much to do tomorrow. I've got my own medical issues. Got to go to the doctor first thing in the morning. See if I'm going to get surgery for a possible hernia or not. I've got to carve a shit ton of pumpkin. Got to start roasting pumpkin seeds. That's not a got to. That's just a nice to have. That's a joy in my world. That's a beauty, a shining light in my life. What I've really got to do is a little bit more work on this crab with a cigarette jingle. Maybe I'll open that, and then tomorrow morning when I hop on, it'll be the first thing that I see. Yeah, men who stare at goats indeed. Yeah, the priorities are really hard. Because I wish that I could just sit around and fuck around and not have it feel devastating. But even like right now, I'm like, nope, I gotta take that rug out of the washer. Like, I'll be right back. I literally gotta take that rug out of the washer. Because if I don't, it'll sit in the washer. And then in the morning, when I take my kids' dirty laundry downstairs to start, if it's still in the washer, then it's like that funk hazard, mold threat, whatever. You gotta like do it again. And I don't want to have that delay. So I'm gonna go figure out how I can hang this rug up. It really is. It's like deciding to take a certain kind of posture. Those pumpkin seeds are going to be so good. They're so good every year. Honestly, like, the fiber that I get from my annual consumption of pumpkin seeds is probably a double-digit percentage of the fiber that I get all year. No joke.
It's time for a chat with our little friend about a couple things that you haven't considered yet. Opening your mind like the tabs on your internet crap.
And both of these, the volume was too loud. And I think, yeah, I brought that one down. Maybe if I brought it down another 3 or 4 and brought this down 3 or 4, would that fix it? Then these got doubled, but they're also probably both too loud. See how that goes. Look for Crab with a Cigarette on YouTube. There's some cool shit out there.
It's time for a chat with our little friend about a couple things that you haven't considered yet. Opening your mind like the tabs on your internet. Crab with about the title jam isn't finished yet. 3D printed plastic is in effect. Waterproof, but you can't really get it wet. Dependent claws been attached to a stick of death. Bask in the wisdom of the crab with a cigarette. Crab with a cigarette, the liveliest catch. It's the crab with a cigarette. Crab with a cigarette, liveliest catch. It's the crab with a cigarette.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It still sounds pretty good to me. And then there was that middle part that I was gonna... Probably everything with the oohs and ahs should be looped, right? So like from here to here. We copy that. Then we move it over here, like out of bounds of the first part, and then paste it. I don't need that chunk of yet. And this could be... Oh, I forgot to move some of it forward. Oh well. Oops, not like that. So let's see. Undo that. Take these. I was just one measure short. Moving this forward, like waking up tomorrow, remembering that I moved this forward a little bit. Huge boost for my energy levels. What people don't understand is that, like, ADHD makes you a juggernaut. But, like, in the sense of, like, X-Men's Juggernaut. Like, you've been ordained by the gods with superpowered momentum. But if it gets brought to a standstill for any reason, it can fuck your whole shit up. And it's like you never had powers at all. And that can be daunting. 2, 3, go back to here. But it's also not as dire as it ever seems. I think this could be the good loopable middle part. Right here. 152 BPM. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's about right. Yeah, we'll figure out ending and beginning parts. Maybe a little harmonized vocal at the end. Anyways, that's something I can still export. Actually, I can export that right now and see if that's what my guy's looking for in terms of a loopable chunk. We just simply select, And we say save life set as jingle with loopable. Hit save, export, audio video, master, yes, give me an MP3, yes, start at 32, yes, go for 32, yes. Export, jingle with loopable. No, we're just gonna call this jingle instro loopable. Put the BPM in the file name. Hit save. And that's exporting. That's all it takes. It's a very exciting time. That's a fun one. Hey, I appreciate people hitting like a whole bunch of times. What's up, Angry Mongol? Nice to see you. I appreciate the gifts. Y'all are really cool. I just enjoy being online a lot. I apologize for shaking the screen on you right there. This phone stand that I use is a very kind of flimsy one, so I have to like take a Rubik's Cube and put it up underneath the phone to hold the stand in a specific spot. It's already 11:15. I really should log off. I'm missing my Switch game case right now, and it's starting to bug me. Like, it's just getting to the point of starting to bug me. Of like, where the hell did I put it? Because it's not... Like, usually when I like swivel around, the things that I need are directly at hand. And this just isn't. And I didn't like put it on my computer randomly on a lark. Like any flat surface is potentially a culprit. The last I remember having it, I was moving games. I was putting Ring Fit Adventure into it and taking Mario Party out of it because my kid was about to visit with my dad while I took my partner to get an MRI, and that was the 13th. So it's been like 2+ weeks. It could be in the backpack that we took there, because like that's something that I touched in the same 5-minute time span as I last remember having it. Yeah, I'm always checking stuff. Yeah, it could be in the freezer. I doubt it would be in the freezer though, because it would have fallen to the floor. Because like our freezer is not the kind that has like, it's got like grates at the bottom. It's like a basket. Stuff falls through all the time. But I've definitely like cleared the living room, except for checking under stuff. Like I haven't looked under couches, and I haven't looked under the TV stand, because right now, anytime I like lay on my stomach, I run a risk of like catching an ache for hours, and it's no fun. Something's up with my belly. I'm like the Sproink character, or Spoink, whatever his name is, from not from Pokemon, but from Yokai Watch. I feel like I have a big old X on my belly, and it's catching me. Yeah, there's another thing that I lost this summer that really bummed me out, which was my first Pocket Operator KO device. And I'm bummed about that one because the case that I had put on it was gray. I don't have any other gray cases. I ended up replacing the device with a really good one, and it's great still. But I lose stuff from time to time. That's not a very good feeling, because you don't lose thinking about it. And maybe that's not just the ADHD either. That's like the autism thing. But anywho, it's getting late. Yeah, bags and car. There's a deep car clean where I could potentially even find the sound device in the car. Like there's a chance that I had put it on the dash and it fell down and got knocked underneath something. But also in the center of the car, in between both of the front seats, there's definitely like a pile of crap that's been like stacking up from just various trips and putting something there for easy accessibility and then not clearing it out. So yeah, there's a bunch of spots to check still. but I think I have cleared the living room. In any case, this has been fun. I apologize that I haven't been able to be on for longer on Monday nights. We'll try again next week to be on time. I think part of why it's difficult is because of just the dissociation that has to happen sometimes over the course of the weekend. Like, not just me, but like the family dissociates sort of, and then it's like, oh, snap to it, time to get back into it. And that means that, like, bedtime, I don't get my kid to bed on time. And because I don't get my kid to bed on time, everything else kind of cascades from there. Plus, I got this little shitting ass dog, but it sucks. Yeah, I'm a Pokemon fan. I'm actually playing Scarlet, like, right now, to try to help my kid get a full dex in her Violet so that she can have a shiny badge and her shiny hunting can be more fruitful and fast. Big Pokemon fan. Not big enough, though, to remember, like, about type mismatches or to, like, memorize what Pokemon I absolutely should not use in certain fights. So sometimes when I play, maybe I'll play Pokemon on Twitch tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. My kid's 13. She's actually going as Ogerpon this year, who's like the Pokemon from the expansion in Scarlet. Here's something that's really joyful to do. It's to open up my Native Access app and see if any of my Native Instrument stuff got updated. 7 things did. How cool is that? I love updating things. Not even being fucking sarcastic. I'm going to restart to install version 3.7 of the Access Management software. It's just a fun thing to do. Yeah, collecting the game. I haven't played any Pokemon Unite, no, but my kid's playing some Pokemon Unite. She says it's like if Pokemon was also kind of basketball, but really, like, out there. I can't click update all. You better let me click update all. There we go. So battery now, so the drum sound library. Complete control, which I still don't even understand, really. There's so much stuff that I've, like, acquired. I did a little brief writing today for my Patreon, just comparing, like, the Carl Havoc character from Tim Robinson's I Think You Should Leave to, like, being creative but also being a consumer. And, like, when you're trying to be creative and also a consumer, the thing that got you started consuming was your creative drive. And then it's not like in Fight Club where Tyler says the things you own end up owning you, but it's like the things you own, it's more like Billy Joel, Great Wall of China, when he says you take a piece of whatever you touch. Too many pieces means you're touching too much. And there can be that feeling of, like, I got too many pieces right now. There's, like, I'm updating software, and then, you know, maybe that triggers a driver update. And then as I'm updating my driver, I'm, like, just sitting here staring off into space, and I look and it's like, oh, my old laptop. What did I say I was going to set up on the old laptop? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to make that a little walk-around coding computer again. Oh, that's right, coding. Shit, I have to update the security certificate on my website. Oh, I also told myself that I was going to add the database connectivity to the website so I could actually do really cool web app stuff on the website. Before you know it, it's like you forget that you just sat down to see if you could put a loop together, which is why I think these daily gauntlets are going to be really self-instructive for me. I'm working on this practice of trying to make 3 beats in 1 hour every day. And of course, I'm not going to have time. I shouldn't say of course, because next year, who knows what I could do in 20 minutes. Right now, I can't put together a coherent beat that has, like, beginning, middle, end transitions. The best I can manage is, like, here's an 8-bar loop that sounds pretty okay. And I'll take that over nothing. And I think as I keep going, I'll get faster and faster at it. This beanie is called Stick It. And if you just search stick-it, then you'll find, it's a whole system. It's not just the hat, it's the patches. And so you find them, and usually it's like a nice white lady with an online store, and she'll sell you the hats for like $7 to $10 a hat. They come in black, yellow, pink, and blue. And then there's a variety of Velcro patches that go on the front of the hat. The color's great, yeah. If you also want a color like this more salmon than this like really neon pink, yeah, it's hard to find some of the patches too. So if you have like that kind of collector completionist itch, it's a fun thing to do. See if you can find the T-Rex one. That's the hardest one to find from in my experience. But yeah, Carhartt makes a hat that's almost this color, but it's like more salmon. I shop at Meijer in West Michigan, so there's always a display of Carhartt hats this time of year in all sorts of colors. But I already have, objectively, I have too many hats, so I should stop getting hats for a while. But instead, I should just relax and let these updates install. I don't know if I even need Wave Central on my computer anymore. I'm pretty sure I got rid of all my Waves apps like a year ago. Might not be a need. One thing I wonder is what the hell is taking up so much space on this iPad? It's probably iCloud shit. I do not like how iCloud works. iCloud seems deliberately designed to like put you into a keeping up with the Joneses dynamic across your own devices. Like, oh, you decided that you wanted to have access to your photos on multiple devices. What we decided that means is that every time you take a photo on any device, we're going to put a copy of it on the local storage on all of your devices. Also, you can get more cloud storage if you pay us more every month. Some of these apps I will never delete. Like, and it's hard for me to tell, like, if I delete the messages attachments on this device, is it going to delete the messages attachments on every device? That kind of shit. It bugs me. It irks me. Go ahead and sign in again to my iCloud. Because the device told me to. And so I'm doing it. It's installing this 2 gig drum update right now. Asking me for a passcode. Taking its sweet time to do everything. Cool, 1 of 7 updates installed. Oh, I never turned the VPN off. That's why the sound wasn't coming through this morning. I was streaming through a fucking VPN all morning. That's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not allowed to say what the worst thing in the world is on here. Think about this too, Evan, though. If the power grid goes down, no cloud, do local backups. If the power grid goes down, I should have been learning how to track a fucking deer. Local backups will mean 0 to me if the power grid goes down. My partner uses a CPAP, Evan. If the power grid goes down, recovering old family photographs and audio projects that I've worked on and copies of web apps that I started to write in 2017 when I was teaching at boot camps will be not maybe the furthest thing from my mind, but it'll be bottom fucking 5. If the power grid goes down, there is a small mushroom cloud on the horizon, and I'm trying to figure out where the non-irradiated water is. If the power grid goes down, I should have been doing firearms training. A Seagate Barracuda is not going to solve my problems in that situation. And speaking of Barracuda, never mind. Maybe for the holidays, maybe we'll do a retrospective. But yeah, I get the same amount, like the same percentage if you pay for the annual on Patreon. Like if you're like, I want to support this person at $3 a month and I want to do it for a year and I want to save 16%. I don't get the full amount, but I get the full amount less 16%. which is actually probably better for me, like in the long run, like to have people committed longer. And here's the real reason: it's not just because a longer commitment is more money up front, because like money's like, you know, money needs come and go. I could have a big medical bill and that could eat all of Patreon in a single month or something like that, you know. But the main thing is, when I know that people are signed up for more than 1 month at a time, it puts this pressure on me to not quit over time. Because like, no matter how many supporters you get, there's always like the burnout that sets in, and you're like, maybe not this month. Maybe I just need to like dial it back, but also not announce it. Like, take a vacation, but not call it a vacation. It's like, have a little burnout, pity party, wallow, sick day, vortex spiral, and nobody wants that. Like, I don't want it. My Patreon supporters don't want it. And if I know that somebody's committed for a year, it really feels like the least I can do to figure out what to do in my life to commit for a year. So, like, I'll do things for the sake of somebody who is pot committed for 12 months that I would not do based on my own 12-month plan, if that makes sense. Like, I think the urge to, it's that thing of like the psychological glitch where you don't want to lose something more than you want to get something. So like, what I'd stand to gain from being consistent for my music over the next year is pretty big, potentially. Like, I know that I'm good at stuff, and I know that I'm good at stuff in a special and kind of unique way, and I know that the way I can talk about it and market it is also kind of special and unique, and I also know that I happen to have pretty objectively good politics, so it's not hard to like me and root for me. So like, consistency has like been a missing piece in that equation for a long part of my life, and I can't convince myself to chase it down for its own sake. But the second that somebody's like, hey, I gave you $30, I'm like, oh shit, time to get real. time to finish more beats every day. It's very funny how it works. And it's funny because it works. I'm glad that it works. Oh, my stomach hurts. Can't wait to find out. They're going to be like, you have the worst hernia that anybody's ever had. It's a miracle that you've been able to fart, let alone shit. We're going to need to get you under the knife immediately. Then they're going to be like, you're never going to have breath control again. Every time you try to take a deep breath, your stomach's going to split open and all your intestines will fall out of there. They're not going to tell me that. I'm just telling myself scary stories for Halloween. Let's figure out some of this storage. Let's delete an app. Am I going to delete GarageBand off this iPad? Yep. Hey, thanks for signing up, Justin. I appreciate you. It is patreon.com/thirdperson. I really am trying to make this my job. I figure the way the snowball effect works, that like, if I continue showing up for Patreon right now and continue to talk about it, I guess the only other bummer, Justin, is that I now have to go and edit this video that I just finished making and put your name in 2 spots. Because the thank you bumper video I did, I made it difficult to manage because I put the list of people who are supporting me in 4 slides, but then I copied those 4 slides and put them toward the end of the thing too. You'll see it when you hop in there. It's the most recent thing that I uploaded. The thank you bumper. It's 1 minute and 17 seconds. It's a long commercial, but the beat's pretty solid, and I made it visually interesting too. And I enjoyed making it. That's probably the most important part of it. The most interesting draw to it. Okay. They're like, offload unused apps. That's the scariest function to me, though, because like, they're like, your documents and data will be saved, but there's never a guarantee that the app is re-downloadable. Like, the OS might change, the store might change its rules, and I know that you can say like, download the latest compatible version or whatever, but sometimes that doesn't work when things get obsolete enough. I've had iPads in my life since like 2009, so I know how they become obsolete. I'm under no illusion, my friend. I'm under no illusion, Mr. Matthews, that one day my studio project will fade away into the dust. Ooh, the fuck is Flare? What are you, Flare? Some new shit for me to look at and maybe install. Ooh, it's a flanger. Tape style through zero flanging and allowing for outstanding resonator effects, plus harmonized flanging. It's 43 megabytes. Of course I'm installing it. That's the other thing I'd like to be able to do is not just like pay bills, but like get off this $10 a month Complete Now and actually just get a copy of Complete Standard. I don't even need the fucking Ultimate, but I really do want to have the Contact 7 sampler at my disposal. I don't really need the guitar rig stuff, but just having more sounds, having more professional sound things to do, I think could help me dial in my listening ear a little bit better as I make shit. But yeah, speaking of backups, I do have my eyes on a couple of 8 to 12 terabyte hard drives for the express purpose of offloading my entire iCloud onto a local copy, and then also being able to make redundant copies of a couple of photo libraries that are sitting on externals. Haven't pulled the trigger because I want to make sure that I can get some music done first and get it up on Bandcamp for sale. My main project this week, aside from finishing this jingle, is going to be organizational. I absolutely have to create a folder structure within my Ableton folder such that I don't get lost when I go looking for things. Like I go in here right now to my user library. It's not even in user library, is it? It's sets. And I think what I need to do is, I have a folder called templates, and that's all caps. Let's call some shots tonight while I'm thinking about it. So one of these should be called, I'm gonna maybe put dashes before each of these names, dash live perf, dash, and then another one called commission, so I can separate the stuff. You know, they say one for you, one for them. I don't know who the fuck them is, but the them folder is called commission. And then I can organize these by name, right? Yeah. Oh, bummer. But it ignores... It doesn't treat hyphens as alphanumeric characters. So maybe we'll just do I as my tag. I on the either side of it. And then it'll organize them all under perf, or under I. I just put it down by perf, so. So we'll have live performance, and that's for versions of tracks to be performed live. And then there could be one for intermission, which is something I've finished. I. Basically every major thing that I've finished, I should have in a folder that's like an Ableton folder. And I should actually download some stuff off Bandcamp that I don't think went through Ableton to get up on Bandcamp, just so like Ableton can maybe be like my launch center for all of this stuff. Then we'll do instrumental 0. The real shot call here, and where this is going to really play in nicely, is going to be where I create a folder right now named Instrumentals 1 and start moving some stuff that hasn't been categorized as such into, nope, let's declare that it's time to start making Instrumentals 1. Because when I decided to start making Instrumental 0, it didn't take that long before it was done. I just had to do some compiling and curating and then some mixing and mastering so everything sounded kind of the same across the tracks. Another new folder for Satellite Office LP. I'm going to go like album based. And then another folder for Fragile Ones, which is my acoustic project that I'm currently working on. Getting a lot of good stuff practiced up for Fragile Ones. And I'm playing some of it on Sunday mornings, right here on my YouTube channel and on TikTok. Now it's going to be easier for me to like move those things around. And then maybe I can have another folder that's like have the official show and tell folder for, well, I have live perf already. I'm going to call this one mixes, show mixes. No, we're going to call this set lists. Because there's a lot of times that I want to pull up something in Ableton that's a lot of tracks that just like line up on each other. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I have to update my Discord link. Maybe I should do that now while I'm thinking about it. This is that juggernaut shit I was talking about earlier. I can get a lot done when I'm spun up. It doesn't take me that long to do. But if I'm not constantly spun up, then it can take me months or even years to get back up to it. Oh no. I think I've forgotten my Discord login. Now it's making me identify birds against different backgrounds. Oh, there it is. New login location detected. Please check your email because I'm on the VPN. Verify the login. Oh my god. I forgot to update the password. Update. Yay, I made it. And then we go to not direct messages, but to settings. There's nerds. Invite people. Oh, set the link to never expire. Okay. Cool. Paid members. Maybe we pin the Discord. Pin post. Replace the downloads for the other one. Cool. That's nice. Very excited. Getting stuff done. Making some small moves that are important and necessary. Not the worst. Not the best, not the worst. I'm so stoked about that UAW victory. Like, living in Michigan especially, like, auto workers getting a little something back that was taken from them, that's a big deal. And some people want it to not be a big deal. Yeah, exactly, Ambi. Like, it's so easy to go, while I'm thinking about it, let me do this. While I'm thinking about it, let me do this. While I'm thinking about it, let me do this. And at some point, you gotta, like, let that be it. But these sets, like, I've already got... What's in here? It's just one track. So this can actually, I can just delete this folder. I can rename this one. Then maybe all the ones that I've named in a way that's easy for me to see them, maybe I'll decide to reorganize them later, but maybe not. And some of these I can tell, like I can move these actually right now. 2 of these are commission. I did those already. I traded them for an MPK play. And some of these are projects, not sets, which means they contain sometimes a dozen or more different things. And so I need to, like, God, I gotta get in here one by one. The jingle goes under commission. Oh, parody needs to be a folder. Because parody is distinct from the other stuff I do. I was like thinking at first, like, I should have a rap folder, I should have an acoustic folder, but that feels overly reductive. Like, it's all music and sometimes there's overlap in the genres when you put something together. But yeah. That means that I can put, I don't want a P under parody. And then also the accidentally did drugs can go under parody. I've got other parodies that I got to work on because the parodies are going to actually, I predict the parodies will actually be my bread and butter. They'll be like the linchpin of the whole making money doing this enough to feed the family project. Because parody is fucking revolutionary. It's the process by which you get to say, thanks, promotion team, for putting together all of this great work on behalf of this artist that you've poured tons and tons of resources into. Respectfully, I will be piggybacking off of that work, adding one step, and not needing to go through the most difficult steps of music promotion, which are where you get enough repetition of a song that it lives in somebody's head. It's already in there. I'm just going to snag a little bit for myself, please, thanks. And I've said on here before, Weird Al would always ask permission, because Weird Al is a nice guy. I, however, am just a kind guy. So, maybe I won't. Let's see, that was videos. 1.1 gigabytes of GIFs and stickers. What is life? Alright, now there's enough gigs free on this that I should allegedly be able to load all of my notes and notes without it, like, getting tired. Notes and notes. Notes and notes. Gotta have me my notes and notes. That produce a quart line from that song I got stuck in my partner's head. That da 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 da. I can say it without saying any of the words and you'll remember it. Maybe it gets stuck in your head too. She was like, please don't. I was like, I'm sorry. These things aren't always under my control. Feels like I got all these notes good. There's so many of these notes I can delete. They're like from work. It's a rap from 2016. And I don't even know why y'all recite bars and try not to fight ours despite odds. Like, why, dog? I'm quite raw when mic's on, but my life flaws are size large. You might walk. The time's gone when my songs inspired awe, cause nowadays my icons are icons. 2 blues, 1 white bird, 1 white F. Bruv's like, third, you right yet? I'm like, nah. My light's on low, my mind's on slow as I light spark, dry cough until my eyeballs grow and I'm blue in the face and I'm red in the face and I'm black in the face and I'm white in the race. I'm like Barack if you pride off hope. But I do not want to ride off slow. Don't want to strike arts, I need some strike arts, some taekwondo. I'll put this call out incite all foes, then lie calm and refine all flows to smite palms. That's some psyops, bro. That's kind of fun. That was a rap about how I felt stuck in social media instead of writing, and I wish that somebody in my community would write some angry bars about me to like activate my trap card. But now I just write because it's fun to do, and also because otherwise I've wasted somebody's $3 and I can see their head in my mind. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much for saying that. I try to do the best parodies. Yeah, thank you, Francis. Yeah, 108 people follow me on Patreon. I think 98 of whom are paid supporters. Like, really right on the cusp of having 100 paid supporters on Patreon as the month draws to a close, which is huge. It's taken years to get to that point, but also I'm not about to like just assume that slow growth is the only growth possible there, because I got more to share and more ways to figure out how to put the sales pitch into TikTok. I've really been practicing this with Barracuda Week 3 years in a row, so it's really just time to put those like attention bending, misdirection, move into the thing I want to talk about skills to the test. And I do believe that by Thanksgiving might have 175 people on the Patreon. I think that's actually a distinct possibility, but it's going to hinge on whether or not I can finish a few specific music works and have them uploaded so that people who are perusing the site can see that I am doing that on a regular basis, at least like weekly uploads and digests. And I need to, like I said, I got to keep organizing this shit. There's so much to do within these projects. There's going to be sets too. God damn. Yeah, there's like High Lactane somehow got wrapped up in Rumspringa. Something called Swimmer. There's going to be a lot of organizing to do. And tomorrow's Halloween. And I've got to go get an extension cord for my kid's computer down here. And I've got to get a green cloth of some sort, because she can't wear flip-flops tomorrow because we're supposed to get a wintry mix of snow and ice right in time for Halloween, which has happened for our Halloween in the Midwest. I want to say at least 3 out of the last 5 years. Cold rain the other years. But I think she's going to be in like cowboy boots to represent the flip-flops. And so if they're supposed to look distinctively ogre ponish, I'll probably have to go and get a green washcloth, or maybe like a 3-pack of green washcloths. Thanks so much, Ambi. Yeah, I'm really just trying to like be in front of people a little bit more often, because every time I get in front of people, somebody signs up for the Patreon, and that's really important to me and the fam right now. And I'm not sure how possible all of this is going to end up being when the numbers actually start to line up and come down. It was definitely a blow to see that, like, the way that TikTok does its creativity program, they kind of just arbitrarily change out the rate at which they're paying you for views in a way that I think is logarithmic. So, like, I think there's, like, a hard maximum to the amount that they want to pay any given creator over time, and they adjust the per 1,000 pay rate until the numbers line up after somebody's had like a big burst. Because, like, normally, under normal circumstances, I don't want to start doing shit talk about a celebrity ever. I just want to say, like, a quick take and go to bed, which is what I did with the Amy Schumer video. And then all of a sudden, it's got, like, 1.5 million views on it. And I'm like, well, cool, at least that's going to cover a good chunk of, you know, the house expense for a month. But actually, probably not after all of, like, the curving down of the payment stuff. Which is like, it just goes to show that like you can't count on an app to pay you. You can't really count on any of the automated shit to take care of you. You have to do human work for human beings as your full human, hard on sleeve, vulnerable self. And then it still might not work, but that's the best shot you're going to have. And that's fine. That's actually something I can rest easy with. Because if you miss a shot on something like that, it's just a matter of like, oh, the numbers didn't match the budget. Time to land another tech job to take care of immediate needs. Don't work it too hard. Keep working on the thing I really want to keep working on. And then, like, rinse, repeat. Anyways, it's almost midnight. I'm going to try to get to bed on time because I have a doctor's appointment early in the morning. And I will see y'all. It's been nice to hang out with y'all on the Hasaded. Welcome, welcome. But I'm also about to head out. But you know that my stuff is all rewatchable. When I do it on YouTube, you can go back and like go find the day based on the date in the title. And this was the I don't remember what I called it. It was like the Monday evening hangout or something like that. Something like that. Anyways, thanks for being here. TikTok's telling me, was I popular anywhere else before TikTok? Not on the internet. Not really. I was very popular in the web development community in Chicago, Illinois for about 5 or 6 years because I taught a whole crop of junior devs in my capacity as a code bootcamp instructor. That's about it. If you live in Grand Rapids, Michigan, there was a time span from like 2010 to 2012, 2013, when I was like that dude. When everybody who was doing anything in hip-hop would see me come into the spot and be like, why aren't you performing tonight? Why aren't you on there? And I'd be like, I can't do it all. But now I'm trying to see if I can. Much love, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Probably at 10 a.m., right? Yeah, at 10 I'm going to be on Twitch. Twitch.tv/thirdperson. Be right after the doctor's appointment. It's going to be Taco Tuesday, so I'll have the taco outfit on. I'm thinking like Festival of the Lost to celebrate Halloween. We'll do some Destiny 2 tomorrow. I updated my shit, so it should be fine. Cheers. Take care. Patreon land. I'll catch y'all.